We're going to bump Elizabeth to the front of the line.
Okay, I'm ready for you, Elizabeth.
So you're on, Elizabeth.
All right, thank you for having me. I'm Elizabeth Little Hogan, and I'm president of Corona Park Beautification Committee. Hello, Mayor. And I'm here to make a proposal regarding the opening of the disc golf course. And I sent Peter a few documents ahead of the meeting so that I could bring you guys up to speed with the disc golf course first, and then share my proposal. Mike, did you already send them? Do they have my written document already?
They do. Yes.
Okay. So Peter, you want to just go through the slides? The first thing is we have a new logo for our disc golf course. We work with Sidekick Creative. I think it looks great. Lots of anticipation here before we see it. There it is. So that's our new logo. The next document is the map of the disc golf course. So when you look at this, I think you all saw, or many of you saw, a draft of this earlier, but you can tell if you see where, you know, the tennis courts are, that's where hole 1 is. And you can see it goes around down Fire Road for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then you can see it comes across like the middle of the park. And then eventually it swings back towards like the Horicon side, and it ends right near where the pavilion is. You can see that 18 is like near where the second pond is, you know, that standing water pond. Does everyone see that?
Yep.
All right. So that's the course. So we can go to the next one, which is the scorecard. And you can see all the different, these are all $500 sponsors other than Bay Road Storage. They just gave us free storage. That we've gotten great support in the community. It shows every hole is a par 3, other than hole 17, which could be a par 4. We have 2 stands. We can move it when, because it goes across that fairway where a lot of people hang out. So we wanted not to go across there in the summer. So that's why it has 2 things. And then the next slide is a hole sign. So each hole will have a marker like this that, you know, shows where the target is. The pads are not installed yet, and these signs aren't installed yet, but this is a general understanding of, you know, what they'll look like. And then the next slide is we have, for everybody who is a $500 sponsor, they get a sign like a whole sponsor sign. So like Talk of the Town will have their sign out near the end of the course, and, you know, people could order pizza as they're finishing up. Right. And then the next slide is my proposal, but if you all have it in document form, you don't need to look at it up here. But in a nutshell, we're hoping we should have everything done by May. And we would like to have an opening tournament the weekend of June 12th and 13th. And you could see it's divided into 3. I mean, would you rather ask me questions? I mean, if you've all read the proposal, I don't need to read it to you. Or did you not have a chance to read to it? I can speak to it. I just don't want to waste anyone's time.
I got it.
We all read it?
Yeah, I looked quick, so.
Want me to just summarize it? Want me to?
Sure.
I'll give you the summary. So I've got 20 volunteers from Glens Falls National Honor Society. So I've got plenty of workers plus my subcommittee. What we'd like to do is on Saturday, we'd like to have a learn to play day in the morning where families would come. We divide the course into 2 sections. So there'd be holes 1 through 9, holes 10 through 18. And each family would have a 10-minute start time. So we'd have 1 family on hole 1, 1 family on hole 9, and we keep moving them through, and we'd have some disc golf professionals showing you how to play. That would cost $25, and you'd get 4 discs with it. So it's a very good deal. And Stewart's wants to be on hand to give out free ice cream, and that could be after they finish. And I set up at the end how we'd have like tables spread apart, you know, have everyone be masked, try to, you know, keep things moving that way. So learn to play would be first. Then second, on Saturday, we'd have a recreational tournament. And those are like a golf shotgun start. You know, everybody goes to their own hole and they move through. Everything would be pre-registration, so we wouldn't have like a registration line. Everything would have a video that sent to you ahead of time saying how to play, and any prizes or winners would be announced by video after, so there wouldn't be like a large gathering after. Sunday would be like the Professional Disc Golf Association tournament. And by the way, we apparently were recognized on some big national disc golf site for our course recently, which I wouldn't know these things existed, but for, Jamin Hume, the guy who's helping. But we got some nice praise, which he said was great. So Sunday would be the professional tournament, and they do 2 rounds, but they've done these all through COVID. So the people who are running this, they do the video ahead of time, pre-registration, video after, pay people by PayPal. It's all, it's not contactless, but you're seeing people, but it seems to be pretty safe in my estimation. And of course, if there's something, we could cancel the tournament or adjourn it if things change. Although I think there'd probably be a riot if people were told to go back to their homes again. So in any event, anyone have any questions?
Can I offer a little disclaimer?
Sure.
Anything we approve today, we don't know what the COVID conditions will be a month from now, 3 months from now. So anything we approve is with the understanding that if conditions worsen, then we'll have to modify, and if conditions get better, we can modify. But we have to keep that in mind. I know that you've gone to great lengths to incorporate.
We will, and we'll work
COVID.
that into our registration as well.
Okay. Anyway.
I
Any
think it's
questions?
awesome. I think what you guys are doing is awesome. I was over there sledding. I've been a couple times, and I've actually seen people just on the course in general. So that's just, I just want to send compliments and wish the best. That's all.
Thanks.
I also have, even in the snow, they're out there playing. So
I'll have to tell you, I underestimated the popularity of this. Like, I really, when I had this idea a few years ago, I wanted something for my high school kids to be able to go over and do in the park. Like, I had no idea how many people would be coming to do this. And I love doing it. Like, have you all tried it yet?
I haven't,
Well, you
but
have
I've
to
heard
come
the
to
same
learn.
thing.
Okay.
It's wildly popular, and people are enjoying it. So
A guy I work with travels throughout New York doing it for the last, during COVID and stuff. He loves it. He probably is a professional. I'm not 100% sure, but
Oh, is that Tucker?
yeah.
Is
Yep.
it Tucker?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, he's an awesome volunteer too. He has given us
Yeah.
so many hours. He's great. Yep.
So do we need a motion to approve?
If there's no more questions, that would be appropriate.
Okay. I'd
oh,
like to.
I make a motion to approve. Did I beat Tim? Did I beat Tim?
Se-
I wanted my name on this thing.
I second it.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The motion carries.
Super.
And thank you again, Elizabeth.
So the one thing
Honestly.
we didn't talk in great detail. I mean, I outlined the actual playing, but and Stuart's giving ice cream. But there were 2 other little points that we should maybe discuss that were in the proposal. One being like having pies on wheels. They wanted to come as well, and Common Roots Brewery wanted they're a donor and they envisioned something. But those 2 things are in the proposal. But I don't know how you feel about that. And I don't know how I feel about it. So.
Mike, do you want to comment on that?
Well, first of all, Pies on Wheels would need to get a current vendor permit for the city. And number 2, Common Roots. That could be problematic given our longstanding position on alcohol, but also the COVID requirements,
I don't know.
serving alcohol. I think you have to,
Well, it has to be with food, right?
yeah. And apparently
if
not
I
French
could-
fries.
My idea was maybe ask them if they could think of a COVID safe way to do it and then come back and ask you all again later. Because this part doesn't matter for the tournament. The tournament can still go forward. You know, if COVID's better at that point in time, it'd just be super fun to have more food, you know.
Sure.
Do gymnastics with it. Yes.
So we have to look at if that's going to be involved with a liquor license.
Yeah.
So we'd have to check into that. Elizabeth, I have a few questions overall about, the plans. I really appreciate all you've done. But one of my big considerations is logistics. You're talking about, when you have the tournaments, registration, if they're all going to be online or if it's going to be at the site, and parking. And I'm starting to be real nervous about parking in Crandall Park. Because obviously we have a kids playground right there. And, if you get 80 people here for a golf tournament and they all drive a car, we got a parking problem. So this is the logistics, I think, that I'd like to work out with you. I know once we get the splash pad going, that's going to be a problem, being so close to the playground. So that's kind of why I wanted to get on a meeting and at least make you aware that those are my thinkings, and I want to make sure that we have those things taken care of before we, open up everything. And it's going to be crazy, as you know.
You and I think exactly alike. And Mike and I have already had extensive discussions about this. And the Recreation Commission already approved closing down that road that goes through the playground in the summer.
Yeah,
So
but it has to go in front of the Common Council also. So I
Yeah.
need to talk to you about that.
oh,
Yeah.
okay. That's
We
new to
make
me.
a recommendation to the Common Council and then they approve it.
Golly. All right.
So
All right.
anyway, I'd like
So
to get
anyway.
together with you and
But-
talk about those.
But in terms of the tournament and disc golf in general, we're directing everyone to the parking lot by the soccer fields. And we'll have a sign off Glen Road that says that's the disc golf parking lot. And, the disc golfers have been good at parking there and not throughout the course. And it's great because that is right between hole number 1 and hole 18, that parking lot. And for the tournament day, I've got 20 National Honor Society people, and several of them will be committed to parking and making sure that people go where they're supposed to go.
Excellent.
So I need to do more on that road closure.
Yes, you do.
Seasonal road closure.
Just make a parking spot for mayors and former mayors so they can bring their grandsons and you'll be fine.
John, you're always thinking, John. So anyway, you should just come in and let's put a diagram out. I think you might have done that to the Recreation Commission, but I was not there at the time. So I just think about that because I drive through there a lot. And, like I say, with this COVID situation and what we've seen with the sledding hill and what we've seen with the pond, people are really, want to get out and do things. And, we have what you've done there at the park is fantastic. And I just want to make sure that we take caution and we're prepared for, a real influx of people.
We're on the same page. Yes.
Okay.
I thought we had handled it, but I guess it needs another step. So I'll go the next step.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
Well, thank you, Elizabeth.
you.
All right.
Appreciate all you're
Hope
doing.
you
And
all, you're welcome. Hope you all signed
Thank
up
you.
for Learn to Play Day.
sounds good.
It'd be nice to have the mayor there.
Maybe.
All right. Take care.
Good night.
Okay. I want to take a minute and welcome Sean Driscoll, our new commissioner.
Thank you.
Oh, wait.
It's good to have more than just 3 commissioners, and we're glad that Sean accepted this challenge.
Welcome.
To have you.
Thank you.
Okay, let's go to the top of the agenda. We have a resolution approving the minutes of the last Recreation Commission meeting, which was, Megan, do you know when that was?
September.
September.
Yeah. Okay, so moved.
A motion? John, do you want to second that? Sean?
I was
anybody?
gonna let Sean get in on this. Sean,
Yeah,
you got.
I'll second that.
Okay, Sean.
There you
second.
go.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Okay, jumping down to number 3, we have a request by Adirondack Runners to hold a series of races in Coles Woods on Tuesdays in May. They've done this for years. As these applications come in, we stress to the applicants that any approval is conditional upon conditions with COVID at the time of the event. So they're all aware that they need to be flexible, just for background.
Yep, thank you. Have a good night. Is this his number? Chris's number? Yes. Okay, so we'll give it over.
Anyone want to make a motion?
Okay, so moved. So moved.
Yeah, I'll second it. Sounds great.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Number 4, request to use Crandall Band Shell for a dance recital by Broadway Upstate. Some background on this, the dance groups are trying to have events so that parents can, grandparents and aunts and uncles, whatever, can come watch their kids. Traditionally, these have been held at places like the Wood Theater, but with COVID, they're looking for outdoor venues, and Crandall Park Bandshell is an obvious option. So that's why this year we have some requests to do some dancing at the Bandshell.
Okay, so we're number 4, make a motion to approve number 4.
Yes.
Okay.
Is that a
So
motion?
moved. So moved.
Second.
A motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Nope.
Motion carries. Number 5, similarly, request to use the Bandshell by Joy of Movement Dance Center on the first weekend in June. From
That's
noon
all
to
3 days.
yeah, they want to make it so that they have different groups of subgroups so that they can keep their crowd small and distanced and all that good stuff.
No, they usually do 3 days when they're in the high school. So,
Okay,
and
well,
it's a
those
long
are-
day, I guess.
shows you what I know about the
Yeah.
dance community.
So I'd like to make a motion to approve the Joy of Movement dance on June 4th, 5, and 6.
I'll second.
Sean seconds. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. And finally, a request by the Oriental Shriners to hold a event. I don't know, did you get a chance to look at their idea in the packet? It's kind of a family fun day type thing.
Not the circus though, huh?
Not a circus, no. I guess that,
That's out with COVID right now.
yeah. Anyway,
Okay, I'd like to make a motion to approve the Shriners event on July 17th.
I'll second that.
a motion
Oh,
and a
it's
second.
getting quick. Quick.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. At our next meeting, someone's going to come with a proposal for a skate park.
Yes.
Um,
Kim Bullard, is it?
Yes.
Yeah. We got
And-
another,
Pardon
we got
me?
another excuse me, Kim, we got another email this afternoon, I think. Was it? Yeah.
Oh
1:30
yeah,
this-
I got an email.
So,
So Mayor Hall, I don't know, you heard like a month ago, there was a movement for a dog park. In discussing this, Mayor Hall wants anyone who wants to propose something to not just propose that we do it, but they come with a plan, meaning where they envision it, how they're gonna build it, who's gonna pay for it, and then who's gonna take care of it after it's built. And that's recognizing that the city doesn't have the resources or the manpower to do all these things that people want done, and that they should follow the example of the Crandall Park Beautification Committee and follow through, do the planning, arrange,
Well, over the years, we've had the Kiwanis, which, is a great organization, and they've been looking for some project to attach to. And we kind of really haven't had something which would be like this. And this might be something that would be great for them.
I agree. Absolutely. Perhaps we should suggest that to Kim.
Absolutely.
And the other issue the mayor is very concerned about is parking at Crandall Park. You got the pickleball community. We've got a splash pad going in. We've got our summer camp, the playground, the golf. It's starting to
Yes.
offer a lot of amenities, and there's the potential, if we don't get a handle on this, for some real nightmare parking and traffic problems in the park. So we need to give that some serious consideration. Mayor Hall has returned. We can't hear Mayor Hall.
Down at the bottom.
All right, Mike. Yeah, I had to take a phone call, but I'm back.
Is there
What did I
anything else
miss?
you want to say about parking and traffic in Crandall Park?
Yeah, I'm concerned, I've driven through there and I know that if we have disc golf and we got the splash pad and we got, people using the playground and people using the pavilion, we could have a little bit of a parking mess. So I think we have to come up with some kind of plan, and that's why I'd like to meet with Elizabeth. She's done a great job, and I think that we just have to be prepared, mainly for safety also. So that's kind of what I want to do.
Thank you.
Yep.
Does anybody have anything they want to bring up under old or new business?
Nope. Other than the skate park, that was it.
Yeah, so what did you talk about with the skate park? I'm sorry, I wasn't.
That Kim Bullard is going to come to us at the next meeting with a plan. And I laid out the specifics she needs to consider in our email back and forth. So she's
Great.
going to put together her vision and share it with us at the next meeting.
So, just my take on a few things that, the people want the city to do this and the city to do that. The big thing was with the dog park. They want a dog park and they want, a skateboard park, and they want to upgrade this park and they want to do this and they want to do that. Well, that's fine. But as Mike says, come to us with your plan on, how you're going to do it, how you're going to fund it, who's going to be in charge of it, how are you going to take care of it? And then we'll listen. But, just to send out emails that they want to do this or want to do that, you got to have a plan. And, we have to know what the costs are. So that's kind of the philosophy that I got right now, is because a lot of people are looking to do things, but I want to make sure that they're viable. And that's kind of where I'm coming from.
Any other matters of business to come before the board?
Nope.
Okay, we'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
I'll make a motion. Yeah, I'll second it. Gabby, you want to second it? Say I second. Say I second. You say I second.
No.
I'll second it.
All right.
Thank you guys very much for putting up with this. I apologize. I had no other option today, so thank you.
It's not a problem. That's good. Thank
We
you.
That's
needed
the
a quorum.
second time somebody's had a meeting inside their car that I've been on. Okay,
All right. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll
Take care.
reconvene in March,
Stay
I hope
safe
so.
out there.
definitely.
Yeah.
Thank you, Peter.